Hey guys, so today we are going to be breaking down the incoming new LF Cell as well as the Sparking Gohan, and it looks like we also have an EX Cell Junior here as well for the banner. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look here. Now I already did a full in-depth breakdown of this cell last night, so if you guys didn't see that video, go ahead and check that out. I'm not going to go into too much detail here in this video about this cell. This video is mostly going to be about Gohan and the Cell Junior, as well as some equipment we have, but I will briefly take a look at some of the details we did not see first cell here. So the stats, definitely something we should take a look at here. He is a range type, which, I mean, we knew that looking at his kit, right? So him being a range type, I mean, we could take a look at his tags, right? His main tags are Android, Regen, Future, and Powerful Opponent. Cell has always been blessed with a ton of viable teams, and probably more than any other character, honestly, because Cell is an android that's from the future, and he's regen. It's just so many teams he has access to. Unfortunately, for Cell, regen, future, and powerful opponent are all melee based. So him being ranged doesn't really help him in that regard, but this guy should be a monstrous addition to the android team. I actually have been using the Android team recently. Even with the addition of Ultra Vegito Blue, I still feel like the Gammas, LF Gamma 1 and 2, the tag character, still is able to put in a lot of work. Them in combination with the Blue 17, now this Cell being added to the game, that team is going to be pretty tough to take down, for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at his stats here. All right, so he actually has higher strike attack. Huh. Alright, so remember, we have to subtract 13,000, but then we gotta add back, like, 5 to 6,000 due to the title boost. So we're gonna end up subtracting, like, 7,000 from each stat. So he's gonna be at around 262 strike, 259 blast, and then his defenses are really, really high. That's gonna, what is that, like 185 around to both defenses? A little bit lower, maybe. That's pretty damn good. Huh. Higher strike attack. Okay. Then he holds a strike and a blast. Sure. He has an AoE green card. His blue card is tied to the LF. He has a chance to faint depending on how many battle members you have remaining. Now, the one thing that's... Oh, actually, there's two things that we're going to have to test out with this character before we're able to actually tell how good he is. Number one is how much damage does the death AoE actually do? Is this going to be like, Magenta and Cell Max? Or is this going to be like Zenkai Red Majin Vegeta, where he just obliterates the entire enemy team, right? There's a difference between those two. I mean, Magenta's good. Cell Max does a lot of damage. But he's certainly not on the level of like Red Zenkai Majin Vegeta. If this Cell is on that level where he's doing that amount of damage to the enemy team when he's defeated, things are going to take a turn for I don't want to say turn for the worse, but that would be very, very annoying to fight. If every single match you were fighting a character that is an unavoidable AoE obliteration attack, like, okay. I actually am hoping it's not as good as Majin Vegeta's because that would just be ridiculous. All right, so that's number one, and then number two is going to be how fast does the unique gauge build up on this character. There's actually one thing I forgot to emphasize in my video yesterday, which is that it mentions that he charges his unique gauge, but it's only while this character's on the battlefield. If you compare that to like Ultra Kid Buu or Ultra Hit, remember, Ultra Kid Buu and Ultra Hit charge their unique gauges even when they're on standby. So this Cell actually has a bit of a different mechanic with his unique gauge, where it's only charging when he's on the battlefield, which definitely is good because you don't want this filling up when he's on standby, because then you would just end up wasting the effects, right? So we'll have to wait and see how fast this builds up, but I imagine because it only fills up when you're on the battlefield, it probably will fill up particularly quick. That's just what I'm thinking, but we will see. All right, if you guys want to see a more in-depth breakdown of Cell, check out my video from yesterday. Let's go ahead and jump into Gohan. So Gohan actually is green, which is exactly what I thought he would be. Hybrids has desperately wanted a green character for a really long time. They got the LF Trunks last year, but LF Trunks, the green Trunks from last year. Certainly, that's one of the releases of all time. All right, so he's a defense type. Interesting. So, okay, sure. So again, we're gonna have to subtract like 7,000 from his stats here, but he's a defense type, so I don't really expect anything crazy. Yeah, those stats certainly are not great. So he's gonna be at like what 246 strike attack, and then sub 240 blast. Defensively, he's looking pretty decent. He's gonna be at like 180 to both. Cell's defenses were just so insane. Like 184 to both defenses on Cell. That's ridiculous. But yeah, these defenses are pretty good. Offensively, he's not looking too good, though. All right, so he holds a strike and a blast. Of course, he's on Hybrid Saiyan, Sun Family, and Super Saiyans. Oh, boy. DBL0704S going to make a comeback here, I guess. All right, what is this? Own arts cost down by 2 for 10 timer counts on hit. Huh, that's interesting. Have we ever seen that before? I think this might be the first time we've ever seen this. And it's on Blast as well. So depending on if this character gets like a ton of card draw speed and cover null, you stacking up cost reduction like this could be really effective. Okay, we'll see how that works. Blue card is the Dormant Dragon Burst. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects self-upon activation. Okay, it's a charging forward attack, which means it has blast armor. Minus 50% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. And then 15% to damage received for 10 timer counts, which is upon activation, which is pretty interesting. So even if you miss this blue card in like close range or something like that, you're still going to apply the HP restoration debuff to the enemies. And it's all enemies, which is really, really strong. Okay, cool. Green card is Untapped Fighting Spirit. It is a stop time green card. Alrighty. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Okay, so it's a hand refill pretty much. 50 key, 30% strike damage inflicted. We're already off to a good start here. Then we have the following effects also occur if 60 counts have elapsed. 60 counts. 60 counts is quite a lot in this day and age where but by the time 60 counts have elapsed, you've been rushed twice by Vegito Blue. Right? I mean, not if you have Goku and Frieza, I guess, on your team, but yeah, the characters are gaining Dragon Balls at an unprecedented rate at this point, but 60 counts, okay. Restores own health by 10%, and then restores ally health by 10%, activates once, and then 15% to damage inflicted by allies. Activates once, cannot be canceled. So I guess the interesting thing to note about this is that restoring ally health counts as his own health too. So he's gonna be healing 20% when you pop this. And he's going to be giving the 15% to support as well. Okay. I'm not really a huge fan of it needing 60 counts to elapse, but that is a strong effect. I mean, even the base effect of you just getting a full hand, getting keyback, and getting damage, like that's a strong effect. So, not a bad green card. All right. Main ability, an Undesirable Fight. Restores own Vanishing Gauge by 100%. All right, that's good. Shortens allies subcount by 5. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards, 50 key, and then seals enemies Rising Rush for 10 counts. Vanishing Gauge, of course, is powerful on main ability. Reducing subcount has always been really good on main ability. Destroying card. Okay, so he has some defensive tools in his main ability. I've never really been a fan of characters that have defensive tools in their main abilities because you're never really going to be positioning yourself to be using your main ability a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes sure, but a lot of the time you're not going to be positioning yourself to use your main ability as a defensive tool, right? Unless you're like in a position where you have like no vanish, you can't switch, and you have like no key or something. Like you're in a hopeless situation. You're not really using your main ability as like a last resort option to survive something most of the time. So I'm not really a huge fan of this. As powerful as it is, you know, a main ability sealing Rising Rush for 10 counts, I don't know. I would have rather he just had that on switch in after like a certain number of timer counts elapsed or something, but sure, we'll take it. 35% to Hybrid Saiyan, Sun Family, or Cell Saga Base Strike and Blast Defense, and then 18% to tag Super Saiyan Base Strike Attack. Okay, so double defense and then a bit of extra attack for Super Saiyans, whatever. All right. Unique ability time. Falling effects occur upon battle start. 80% damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 60%. That's it? Oh, wait, hold on. Reduces damage received by 50%, or sorry, 15% for 60 timer counts. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. We're seeing characters like Cell has 70% reduced damage received. Vegito Blue has 70% reduced damage received. Goku and Frieza has 70% reduced damage received. So we're starting to see a lot of these main releases getting just a flat baseline of 70% reduced damage received. 60% at this point is just not going to cut it anymore, but he has the additional 15 there, so I guess that does help. But it is only for 60 counts, so sure. 40% to own health restoration for 60 timer counts cannot be canceled. Nullifies abnormal conditions up to 2 times to allies. Oh, that's good. That's like Blue 17 does that. Same thing as well. So if like Ultra Rose Blue cards someone on your team, they will not be inflicted with paralysis because they can't. They're going to nullify it twice. That's pretty good, I think, right? Okay. Falling effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 20 key, 40% damage, activates twice. So he's stacking up the damage twice, so he can get 80% damage here. So it sounds like this is actually a character you're going to want to start with. This is actually very similar to like Ultra Hit, where he's getting stronger when you switch him in up to 2 times. So to get the first one out of the way fast, I guess you just want to start with him. So he's starting with 80% here, then he's getting another 80% from there. That's 160. Inflicts all enemies that should be downgrade plus 20 to all arts costs for 3 counts. That's similar to Yellow Transforming Jiren, right? The one that we got for part 1 of the anniversary. Very similar mechanic to that. Very, very strong, annoying disrupt ability. Also applies the following effects to self according to the conditions met. How long is this? Look at this. Okay. This is weirdly worded. According to the conditions met. Own health is 50% or below. Restores health by 30%. Activates once. This is on switch in. Because it says the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Then it says also applies. So all of these are on him switching in. It's not like him being reduced to 50% HP or below is going to just instantly trigger this, like the 4th anniversary Blue Vegeta, where he falls below half HP and then all of a sudden he just destroys the enemy hand. Like, it's not going to happen in real time like that. It's when he switches in. But a 30% heal is pretty strong. I mean, if he's below 50% HP, sure. 60 timer counts have elapsed from battle start. Draws a special arts card next. Okay, so actually that's interesting because, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of this green card being having like the powerful effects down here locked behind 60 counts, but he's going to guarantee draw one anyway. So at that point, it's not that bad, but I just wish it wasn't still 60 counts. There is a defeated battle member, 20% damage inflicted. Okay, sure, just extra damage. So if you have this up to 80, so he's going to be at 180% damage with this. Okay. Applies the following effects to self once 60 timer counts have elapsed from battle start. There's a lot of 60 timer counts in this guy's kit here. 20% damage, another, okay, so that's, what, 200% damage we're at now if you have everything active. Just permanent card draw speed, 70% key recovery, and then minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut. Okay, it's pretty strong. This guy's going to be hitting really hard once you get 60 counts to elapse, because you're going to be drawing that green card, which is going to support the whole team, which, by the way, this is going to affect him, right? Damage inflicted by allies includes himself. So, yeah. Okay. And that's just the first unique ability. What's the second one? Following effects occur when changing cover. 30% special move damage inflicted, cannot be canceled, activates twice. Wow, so he's stacking 60% blue card damage. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 10 counts, activates 3 times. Wow, that's strong. So type neutral for 10 counts upon cover change. And then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. So he's going type neutral. He is reducing enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. It's only 1 time, but still strong. And don't forget, he's also inflicting them with plus 20 to arts cost when entering the battlefield. So that's pretty good disrupt. Falling effects occur every time when hit with an enemy strike, blast, or special move arts while on the battlefield. Restores health by 3%. Oh, that's good. That's unlimited times. There's no limit on that. That's very similar to the Zenkai Super Saiyan 2 Yellow Goku, but it's only for himself, because that Yellow Goku is healing the whole team, but this remember, he's getting HP restoration for the first 60 counts, right? Yeah, 40% own health restoration for 60 counts is going to combo nicely with him healing himself every time. 10% damage inflicted by allies for 15 timer counts, so he's supporting as well. I mean, 10% is not a ton, but sure, we'll take it. It's every time he's hit. So if this character's getting comboed for a decently long period of time, he's going to be stacking up that support. I mean, 15 counts is not that short either, so you're going to have that last for a while. And then 10% to allies other than this character's health restoration for 15 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 15% to ki recovery for 15 counts. That's going to just continuously stack every time he's hit. Yeah, I think this portion right here, it's going to be what defines this character. This right here, this section that we just read. I think that's what's going to define this character as a defense type unit. So, inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts after enemy attack is over. So that is the LF Bardock / Kalen Khalifa assist ability, which definitely can be interesting, right? So if the enemy finishes their attack on you, you blast, they vanish, you can just rush them, right? So that's pretty good. Following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Shortens own sub count by 2. Oh, okay, sure. He just has 8 sub counts by default, I guess. Restores ally ki by 20. And then inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 15% of special move, ultimate, and awakened arts power for 10 counts. So if this character's getting comboed and then they use a blue card or an ultimate in the middle of their combo, you can switch to a different character and reduce the power of that ability. Okay. Following effects also occur if there is a defeated battle member. Shortens own sub count by 1 and then restores ally ki by 10. And that is when he switches to standby. So he's going to have 7 instead of 8 sub counts. And then giving extra 10 ki to allies. Okay. He seems pretty good to me. Again, I think this part right here, the healing every time, the stacking support every time, the health restoration, like this is going to be what defines this character, I think. His defensive utility within the first 60 counts. So he's built to basically be a defensive character for the first 60 counts, and then once that 60 counts elapses, he then picks up a bunch of offensive mechanics. So, interesting. I think this character actually does seem pretty good. That's good to see. All right, let's quickly go through this Cell Jr. I don't really expect this to be any kind of like meta-defining character. Red range type. Let's go ahead and click this. Okay, so he's going to be just above 250,000 blast attack. He's going to be above 170k defenses. Sure, whatever. Double blast. Strike and blast are normal. Blue card is special beam cannon, majored pierce damage, 30% to special move damage inflicted for 5 counts. And then on hit, he inflicts 20% damage received for 15 counts, then 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed, sure. And then the green card is a stop time effect. That's a long description, okay. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a strike and a blast arts card next. So he's only destroying 1 card. And he's drawing 2. So is it going to prioritize the strike card because it's listed first in the description? I actually don't know how this works. I think it's going to prioritize the strike. So if you have a full hand of cards, it's going to kill one of your 4 cards, and it's going to it's going to draw the strike and the blast. But I think it will prioritize the strike. I don't know. Restores own ki by 30. He gets cover null for 5 counts. Inflicts all enemies that should be downgrade plus 20% damage received. Inflicts all enemies that should be downgrade minus 50% to ki recovery. It's actually not a horrible green card. Cover null for 5 counts is good enough. Yeah, it's not bad. All right. Main ability is Blue Devil. Draws a blue card next, 15% HP and 50 key. 15% HP? They couldn't just give him a little more? 15%? He gets his Vanish gauge back by 100%. And then the enemy gets -1 card draw speed for 20 counts. Again, I'm not a huge fan of having them tie defensive abilities to the main ability. It's not really, I don't think, a good, conducive strategy. Z ability is 32% to Android Minion. What? Minion. I'm just... Give me like 1 second. I'm quickly looking up. Does any other character buff the minion tag with their Z ability? Probably like a really old Cell Jr. or Cybermen do. Yeah, it's only the free-to-play like teams. The Cybermen team and then the like a pool team are the only characters that actually buff the minion tag with their Z ability. So this is the first summonable character that is buffing the minion tag with their Z ability. I don't think it means anything, but that's pretty funny. Could this mean we're about to get like another boot camp event? Maybe. Are we going to get a Cell Junior boot camp? Huh. Okay. Or Cell Saga, Strike and Blast. Okay, so both defenses. And then 18% to Episode Cell Saga Z-based Blast attack. Sure. All right, unique. What do we got here for this EX Cell Junior? Applies falling effects to self when battle starts. 80% damage inflicted. There we go. 70. Even EX Cell Junior is getting 70% reduced damage received. 80% to key recovery is pretty good. I like that. I like when units get just like a ton of key recovery because it really does matter, and you can feel the difference. Falling effects also occur per tag Android Minion or Cell Saga Z battle member. 20% damage inflicted, and then -5 to blast arts cost. So notice how it doesn't say other than this character. So it is including this unit, right? The following effects occur per battle member. Yes, well, it should be including this unit. So he's getting 60% damage, and then 15 to blast arts cost down. Wow. So he's going to have -15 to blast arts cost, and then 80% to key recovery. I mean, this guy better have card draw speed somewhere. He's also going to have 140% damage inflicted. Okay. The following effects also occur according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. 10 counts elapsed, 10% damage inflicted. 20 counts elapsed, 20% damage inflicted. 30 counts, 30% damage inflicted by allies. And 15% to allies' health restoration. Effect activates even if this character is defeated. 40 counts elapse, restore ally health by 15%, and that still activates even if he's defeated. I mean, this is 60% more damage from this, right? 10, 20, 30. So we have 80, we have 60, we have 60. So after 30 counts elapse, this EX Cell Junior is getting... Is he really getting 200% damage? I think. I think that's what it looks like. Okay. What's this? Apply the following effects to enemy when this character uses a Striker or Blast Arts. Reduces key by 40, activates once. Randomly destroys 2 cards, activates twice. And then plus 15% of damage received for 15 counts. And then activation counts reset the character switch. Okay. I don't really think this is going to be too crazy. It could be good if like you destroy a bunch of cards that have Dragon Balls on them, but other than that, I don't really see this being like too good. And then the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. So there's card draw speed. He gets 10% HP, card draw speed, and then cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Activates 3 times. He actually doesn't seem too bad because he's getting 200% damage from his first unique ability. And he has Cover Null from his green card, and he's getting cards from it as well. He's force drawing a blue from his main, getting his Vanish back. Like he actually seems like he can do some work, honestly. EX Red Cell Jr. He's not going to be crushing the meta into oblivion, but I'm actually fairly impressed by what I see from this. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at some of the new equipment we got. I know for a fact that the Zenkai 16 has his unique equipment, right? Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. All right, so there's one. What is this? This is for just Cell Saga. All right, starting off not the greatest with 20% to cube recovery in slot 1. Strike or blast attack with 25% in slot 2. And then we have special move and health restoration by 12% in slot 3. Yeah, this is not the greatest. Not something you would be trying to, dig deep to try and get a good roll for. It's okay. Nothing crazy. We have this. This is from Co-op, right? Yeah, this is from Co-op. And also a Cell Saga equipment. 10% to HP, off to a good start. We have base blast attack, 15%, and then 10% to pure blast when tag android is a battle member. And then we have strike attack up to 15%, and then pure strike 10% if there are 2 or more Cell Saga Z battle members. Okay. I mean, clearly this is supposed to be for the new LF Cell, right? So I'm just thinking about using this on like an Android team. Now, the go-to Android team is going to be Blue 17, the Gammas, and then this new Cell. That's the way it's going to be. So you're not going to be getting the pure strike from slot 3 on this equipment because you're not going to have 2 Cell Saga Z battle members. You're going to have 1, which is Cell. But I think this probably is still worth running. Androids has notoriously not really had a ton of good blast equips. Recently, they have gotten a few. We got the Gamma one last time from the PvP season. There's a few that we have here and there. There's the Awakened, 17 one. But this definitely could be good on the Cell, I think. Because you're still getting the base strike from slot 3. You're just not going to get the pure strike. Definitely still worth running, I think. HP is really nice, and then the pure and base blast in slot 2, yeah. I think this is good enough, even if you're not going to get the slot 3 fully, so not bad. Is there anything else in here? Oh, yeah, we have the 16 equip. There's not a new Awakened equip, is there? Let me just quickly check. Yeah, there's not. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this 16 equip, and then we will wrap up. Not too high hopes for this, but we'll see. All right, so 50% to base offenses, 50% to base defenses, 30% damage, 30% HP. What did Goku Black get? He got 15% HP. Yeah, 30% is a lot. You don't really see 30% HP. What did Fat Boo get? 15. What did this Goku get? 15. What did Gohan get? 15. What did Goku get? 15. And then Vegeta. 15. Yeah, 30%. That's a lot. 30% HP on an equipment. Jeez. 10 to 15%. So 15% to own strike and blast attack if a battle member other than this character is a tag android. Now, I have not looked at this in advance. I don't know what slot 3 is going to be. I am assuming it's going to have something to do with his AoE. Not AoE, his self-destruct. We'll see. Applies the following effects to self when changing cover. 20% damage inflicted cannot be canceled, activates twice. Shortens subcount by 2, activates twice. Shortens subcount by 2, cannot be canceled, activates twice. So if you change cover twice with this character, he's going to have a default of 6 subcounts? Is that what that means? I think so. I think that's what that means. And then he's going to have an extra 40% damage. He's getting 40% damage from here after cover changing twice. He's getting 30% from here. He's getting the base damage here. He's getting the pure damage here if you're on an Android team. Okay. Falling effects occur upon Awakened Arts activation. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 count. Wow. That is actually good. Doesn't like the green Cyberman from the boot camp do that too? Hold on. I'm pulling up this green EX Cyberman, the free one. His main ability draws the Awakened Arts card Self-Destruct. Deals major self-destruct damage. The self-destruct damage does not depend on your own health, but deals a fixed amount of damage. The following effects occur while there are 3 battle members remaining upon activation. Inflicts all enemies with no switching. Yeah, so they took a page out of the green EX Cyberman and gave it to the 16. That's actually strong, though. No switching on a self-destruct like this. And it nullifies endurance. This actually might be the first legitimate, like, really solid equipment for this character. But by really solid, I mean, like, I feel like the 16 actually might be able to make some sort of a dent in PvP. 30% HP on an equipment. Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna get my hopes up here, but I think there's at least a chance that this could be good. Okay, I mean, that's gonna do it for this one. The banner is gonna come out in about 2 hours from now. If you guys are summoning, wish you good luck. Let me know down below what you guys think of the new units, Cell, Gohan, and the EX Cell Jr., as well as the equipment. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.